Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. So last night, as you know, the AGS team posted the patch notes for the new round of the May PTR, and I made a brief video going over them so that everyone would be up to date on what to expect and what was incoming. Well, after the patch was applied, I logged into the PTR server to give some of these great changes a test. The main things that interested me, and I wanted to test, were the changes to the consumables for the 3v3 arena, the changes to the skinning levels, and especially the thick hide yields in the Great Cleave, the changes to the PvP reward track, and of course the changes to the Aptitude reward crates. So I logged in, and I will say now, I was very disappointed. So first, let's look at the 3v3 arena. The consumable block that they put in place to prevent people from using regular consumables inside the 3v3 arena was doing a little more than was intended, and was not only blocking the use of consumables, but it was deleting them from players' inventory when they entered the arena. This was of course a big issue, especially if it hit live, so they have temporarily reversed this change. And a second, new and potentially worse issue arose with the 3v3 arena this round. When you attempt to enter the arena, you may get an infinite load screen upon entering, which will of course require that you relog to get out of this purgatory. Well, when you relog, you will be met with a nice temporary ban for 30 minutes. So the devs are currently aware of this though, so it will be fixed before it hits live, let's hope. So we can do some testing in the 3v3 arena around these new consumables. So because I couldn't do that, I moved on to the skinning changes. So first, I went to the Great Cleave because this was the zone I felt was going to be the most impacted in the biggest way by these changes. Because currently on live, when you kill and skin most animals in the Great Cleave, you will receive a split yield of hides, thick and iron hides, which has made farming thick hides very difficult. The number of animals on the map that yield purely thick hide is so small that you will almost always be getting split yield. This is what I was referring to, but was not clear about, when I was talking about the potential for a huge yield increase in thick hide. Having this overlap eliminated by the level change made the creatures in the Great Cleave lose the split from thick hide and iron hide to strictly thick hide. This will increase the thick hide yield potential of the map. As you see on live at the moment, you will kill creatures in the Great Cleave like this. I got 10 iron hide and 24 thick hide. But with this level change, this roll would have been 34 thick hide instead of a split. And this one, 9 iron hide and 14 thick. This would have been 23 thick with this PTR change. This is what I meant by the yield increase, but I explained it very poorly, and I apologize for that. Anyways, back to my testing. Well, when I killed my first animal in the Great Cleave, I did not get a split yield anymore, but the result was not what I was hoping for or what I was expecting. I got purely iron hide, even though the level range for iron hide is supposed to be 56 plus now. So everything in the Great Cleave is now giving iron hide. So I moved to Restless Shore, and everything I killed was yielding iron hide again. In Windsward, even the level 6 boars, yep, you guessed it, Ironhide. So I went to the starting area and killed a level 2 boar, and surprise, Ironhide. So they messed something up here, and everything you skin in the game is currently giving Ironhide, and nothing else. I am sure this will be fixed before live, but if it hits live like this, it would be a huge problem for the economy, for crafters, and for everyone, so there's no way that this doesn't get fixed. But once again, I couldn't test the changes because at the moment this is also not working. So next I moved on to see how they adjusted the Aptitude crates because I was curious how this was going to affect the market when it hits live. So I made some smelting crates and I opened them. Let's have a look at what I got from them versus what you currently get on live. So you can see the reduction in rare materials from Aptitude crates is massive. I for one think this is a good thing though. I know many will be upset by this, but I have for a long while felt Aptitude crates were far too generous and have eroded the value of rares. They've removed the desire to farm with luck. It just had an overall negative effect on the economy. So having these crates give you a little reward is nice, but still, not so much that it will trivialize these rare materials. This might, over time, make farming something we will want to do again. The ripple effect of this change again over a long period of time, because our markets are already flooded with these, but eventually, will increase the value of rares once again, making it worthwhile to gather with luck, which in turn, will begin to return value to the gather luck trophies. So you see, overall, it will be a positive change. It'll just take time. They haven't changed anything on the Aptitude crates from crafting professions yet, as you can see, so those will remain the same. at least for a while this round on the PTR. The next thing I wanted to look at was the PvP reward tracks. Did adding gypsum and umbrals and reworking the reward tracks make it better, or make it worse? So let's find out. So the very first thing I can say is that the reduction in PvP experience needed is noticeable. It takes only 10 runs doing these 2 very quick PvP missions now to complete 1 full track. As you can see, they give 500 PvP experience each, so a total of 50 minutes per track level. So that seems like a pretty nice pace. It isn't too fast that it's broken, but it is fast enough to keep you feeling rewarded at a steady pace. So overall, that aspect is good. The next thing I noticed is that they have in fact changed the potion packs you receive in the first tier of each track, which they had mentioned in the notes. As you can see, there are new potions in them that are not potions. They are the items used to add the new PvP perks. They are just themed as if they are tonics and potions for immersion. So these potion packs are a lot more interesting now to open. Overall, the rewards are pretty much the same, and I can't really say if they are good or bad. That's more of a time will tell type of thing. But the reality is this: we now have many rewards that have the potential to roll amazing, where before we had nothing. So it is a net gain, and even if you suffer from bad RNG, it is still a great addition. So overall, the reward tracks still feel great, and I can't say enough good about them. I love this addition to the game. So guys, from doing these tests today, I will say, you need to get on the PTR forums and report this hide issue. This needs to get addressed and fixed ASAP. When I logged in, I had hoped it would be already, because even in my testing during week 1 of the PTR, these animals have been giving Ironhide only. I just assumed it was a bug because at the time I wasn't aware of the incoming changes to skinning. Then, when I read the patch notes, I assumed this would be fixed, but nope, it's still the same. Now, before you point out this is the PTR and there will be bugs, I'm aware of this, but this makes me think of many things in the past, most recently the replicas. They were crafting over the course of the entire PTR as 600 forced, and it was reported over and over. Then it went live and the same thing. Then boom, disabled, and a week or so went by before it even got fixed. This is something I do not want to see go through in terms of the hides. Having a week or 2 weeks go by with only iron hides available in the game would be devastating to the crafting and to the economy. So let's get this one fixed now before it goes live. And once again guys, I will highlight that the intention with the consumables for the arena, although broken at the moment, is to have special ones that spawn when you enter. So if you're stockpiling them on live in the hope that the arena was going to increase their value, maybe don't hold on to so many. I don't think they're going to see the value increase we had hoped. The most important takeaway from this PTR test though is the changes to the refining aptitude crates. Right now live servers are flooded with mats, but with such a huge reduction in coming to the crates, we are going to see these materials get more and more valuable. This of course won't happen overnight, but it will happen because the income is going to be drastically dropped, while they will continue to be consumed. So keep this in mind. Maybe if you have time or materials, it would be a good idea to grind some refining and stockpile some of these materials for a rainy day. As soon as I hear they have sorted out the potion problem and more importantly the ban issues surrounding the 3v3 arena on the PTR, I will be back to test those aspects. But until that happens, I would like to say thanks for watching, and as always guys, I will see you in the next one.